What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Kazu, and this is the Urban Influencer Radio. Today, we have another exciting episode featuring an interview with Naturally 7 and Justin Love. Just want to let you guys know that we got social media, so if you enjoy this show, then don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel. Links are in the description box below. Let's kick this off with an interview with Naturally 7. This is the Urban Influencer Radio. How's it going? This is the Urban Influencer Live with the members of Naturally 7. Naturally 7.
I
have to let that go. But yeah, first of all, thanks for coming on, guys.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Really a prime opportunity for me to talk to you guys about music, because this is what the show is about. So, and I'm sure you guys like to talk about music. I hope.
A
little bit, maybe. All right.
Basketball too. We can talk about basketball because that's kind of. Okay, no.
We'll
stick with music right now.
Music, yeah.
Let's see where it goes.
We'll see where it goes. Yeah, but I just wanted to just get into some basics and just background about how you guys started, and of course this is a question that's probably been asked so many times for you guys. But who took the initiative to start this project?
Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Well, we are a 7-man group. So actually, what started with the idea was with Warren's brother. His name is Roger, who's not here right now.
Yeah.
The idea. I mean, we were friends in New York, just looking to sing. We had a strong gospel background. We were singing, in the church, and we learned how to harmonize, and we wanted to sing. We started singing kind of traditional a cappella.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until we had gotten together for a little while, and people sometimes would compare us to different groups or different things, like, oh yeah, you guys are kind of like this a cappella group or that a cappella group, and we were looking to find something different. We didn't want to be compared. We didn't want to be kind of like anything.
Yeah.
So we then started working on a different style that's not a cappella, what we call VocalPlay.
Yeah.
Which I guess technically is a cappella, but we just it goes a little deeper.
Yeah, I could tell, because when I watch you guys cover and stuff, the fact that you guys covered Big Little Planets, I was like, dude, that's sick. I can't really think of any other a cappella group who probably cover most pop songs and stuff, but to go into this kind of underground hip hop style is.
Well, you guys understand that that's kind of close to who we are. We're New Yorkers, and we know hip hop.
Yeah,
we really know hip hop. So it's that's kind of something that's close to. I mean, that's one aspect that's close to us. But because there's 7 of us, we have a lot of things, a lot of different music genres that are close to us. But we know that it's not like a stretch for us to do Big Little Planets, because we were there. We remember rocking to it, bopping to it.
Yeah.
We know the song inside and out. So it's
because you guys are cool like that. So.
And like you were saying, and we realized there weren't not really any other. There's in hip hop. You see a lot of beatboxers, but you don't have groups and guys doing stuff. Without instruments, vocally. Yeah. As an ensemble, as a group, and so we just realized that among the, like I said, Warren said, the many other styles that we were doing, we was like, hip hop has to be something that influences our music and something that we're just gonna go into.
Yeah, definitely, man. But in terms of you guys calling yourself Naturally 7, were you guys planning on making it 7 people, or was that just sheer randomness?
It's always been 7 from jump, and that's just the vision that it takes 7 people to do exactly what we want to do. You got bass and drums. You got somebody singing lead. You got some auxiliary instrument.
Yeah. And
you always have 3 part. You can always have some harmony going on.
That's true.
So it takes 7 people kind of to to make the sound that we're looking for. Because we're really what we're going for is the sound of a band.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're doing is trying to sound like a band, but you still need somebody to sing.
Yeah.
That was the approach. When we decided to do this VocalPlay thing, we wanted it to be such a sound that if someone had their back to a stage, they would think there's a band on stage and not singers, and so that was why you need this certain number, because people oftentimes over the years a cappella is cool, but it's not like it's real music, or it's something's missing. It's not as full. It's not as big. And so it would take 7, at minimum, for us to realize that we make something that's big. It's not missing anything for people to say. It's not like regular music.
That's true. Yeah. But the arranging part, is there any difficulty in that, or does it just come naturally? I guess, as the title of the
band goes.
We kind of take the same approach a typical band would. I mean,
Yeah.
Again, someone who brings an arrangement to the group.
Mhm.
Each guy who handles a particular area of the musical spectrum looks at that part. So
Yeah.
I sing the bass in the group. So when the bass part's given to me, I listen to exactly where it's going, what the chord progressions are,
Mhm.
and then from there I put my own spin on it.
Yeah.
Same thing with drums or any of the other instruments.
Yeah.
As we go about taking on a new song or something like that.
You know, there are just challenges, of course. For example, it is still a human voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
certain things aren't going to lend to a
Yeah.
human voice. Yeah.
Right. So there's going to be certain ranges that you can't. It may be hard to to really put an 808 in your voice on
Yeah.
something. It's like
Yeah.
okay, the human voice can really has some limitations, but we work around it to some degree. We're not what they call a cappella purists, or some people out there that say no, just the unenhanced voice.
Yeah.
No, we realize this technology, this thing. So sometimes we will even lean on that. We will sing through distortion, guitar distortion pedals.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or,
Okay.
or octavizers even, or different things just to create more of the sound. Like I said, we wanted to create the
Just
full
like our
spectrum.
regular band would.
Yeah.
Just like our
Okay.
regular
Just regular
band.
band would
we
be.
approach it as a
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not necessarily handcuffed by some of these rules that like I said, some of these acapella heads confine themselves to, and not taking nothing away from them or their approach or what they want.
Yeah.
We just had a different philosophy.
That's
But I will
really
say though,
interesting.
I will say though that again, because of what we do, we know that there's certain situations that we may find ourselves in where we don't have our full out gear
Yeah.
and everything else like that, and we still want to still make sure that in a situation like this, sitting in this room,
Yeah.
being able to still make the sounds that you would normally hear when you're listening to certain instruments. You know what I mean?
True.
So like Rob was saying, that we may utilize a lot of the same band rules, if you would, where guitar you can run it through a distortion pedal, but if you're sitting in a room and you're doing an interview like right now, and you needed to still produce that same sound, we're still able to do that same type of
Right.
thing as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is so cool. So it always starts with an experimentation. Just like
Absolutely.
That's
Exactly.
what it is. You experimented, and what we found out, with nobody in the group was like, okay, well, this we need to look for somebody in the group that can do this or something. It just came naturally, like, okay, you have something that you've been doing since you were young, or you've been working on.
Yeah.
That's good. We can use that.
Yeah.
This person has this, and it really was
Very organic.
Organic, yeah. And I'm sure it takes a lot of trial and error and
Trial and error. Yeah.
Like that piccolo sound.
Yeah.
That's not really working for you. Try the clarinet.
Yeah. So do one of your members have like a pedal board or something like that? Like
Nothing really on stage. We do have a loop pedal on stage. That's about it.
That's sick. Okay.
Other than that, our engineer will, do everything from there as far as some effects, some reverb, and delays, something like that.
Various whatever that we will choose to use. Yeah, most of it is done at the front of the house with most of that sort of stuff. And we travel with our engineer. He's like our unofficial eighth member, kind of, because it's so important for our sound that we have someone that knows. Because anyone who's ever seen us live understands that it's a intricate
dance.
It's an intricate dance between because.
Yeah.
Within any given moment, someone is doing maybe almost three different things. I was going from singing a lead to immediately jumping into an instrument sound to then jumping into a background part. So our engineer he has to have like an extra appendage on each hand just to make sure he's getting everything.
Yeah. The guy's a mastermind then. Huh?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
a
he's-
conductor.
He's got a lot of stuff to do.
A lot of heavy lifting.
A
Yeah.
lot of heavy lifting.
Definitely, yeah. You guys are originally from New York, but like earlier, you guys were telling me that you guys are all scattered. And
we started after a while. We realized that I have to all live in the same. We do a lot of traveling, so we realized that we don't all have to live in the same place anymore.
Yeah.
We do so much touring, so everybody went to the greener pastures, you could say.
Yeah.
Someplace where they want to be, and we meet up when we hit the road and we head from there.
Okay, so that's never been an issue then, huh? Like especially.
It's never an issue.
No.
I mean, when I say we travel a lot, we tour a lot. So, when we did live in New York together, when we got home, we didn't want to see each other anyway.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's like we spent so much time with we've been with each other for 2 months. Call me when you.
We're
ready to meet. See you at the airport. So we realized that if we can meet us at the airport, then you can live in it. You can be in any place.
Okay. Yeah. And for like in terms of like recording process too, do you guys kind of email each other tracks and like
all pretty much do all that.
Every different on the road. Yeah, a lot of different ways. But we spent the last couple of projects that we put together were pretty much all on the road.
Yeah, we recorded from places from Indonesia to Switzerland and where some places in the States we'll set up
Australia.
Australia. We'll set up a studio in a hotel room and
especially how the whole recording process now nowadays compared to what it was a number of years back, where you had to go into the studio, you had to sit behind the console that's from here to there, and but now
we do some of that as well.
Yeah, exactly. But you can almost make any place a studio if you have a little bit of creativity and got some gear in front of you.
Yeah, no, that's insane. To like the fact that you got, because the fact that you said you tour so often, it means that you've pretty much been all over the world at this point.
Pretty much. I think we're up to we're 48 states and we're about 62 countries.
Yeah. What are the 2 states that's missing?
The ones that are not connected.
Yep. The detached states.
Strangely enough,
Alaska, Hawaii.
We haven't been there. That we've played every other state.
Yep.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to bring us,
make
that trip.
We'll rock Juneau.
Naturally 7 Alaskan trip.
Yeah, I mean we've been up in the Arctic Circle already, so it doesn't really matter. We can head to Alaska.
We can take the cold.
Yeah, we've been like in the top of Sweden. I mean, I remember one time going out in Norway. We were there, and we said it's fun. We went out on a boat and did some fishing at about 2:30 in the morning, but the sun was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like we take advantage of the 24 hours of sun at the time we were doing it. It was fun.
Yeah, things just start to not make sense anymore.
Yeah.
But then, those are the things that you really love about traveling, is that you get to experience things that most people that are not from there will experience. So 7 black guys from New York, we have seen so much, we know so much about other cultures and foods and customs, and it really is eye-opening, and we try to put that to some degree back into our music.
That's true. Yeah. Have you guys performed in Japan before?
Oh yeah, several times.
Yeah.
We love Japan.
That's really cool, because because actually one of my dream one day is to to go on tour one day, so that would be really fun for me. But what are the pros and cons of touring in you guys' opinion?
Well, we kind of say this all the time. The best part of what we do is that we get to travel so much. Yeah. And the worst part about what we do is that we travel so much. meaning that we're on the road a lot, and we're all right now we're all kind of guys, family men, married with kids. Yeah. And so you spend a lot of time. The worst part about this is that you spend a lot of time away from home, and so so you can't be with your loved ones the way you would like. So that's one of the bigger challenges. The pros is I'm just saying, you're going places, you're meeting people, you're doing. For us, we are a performance group. We're hitting stages around the world, and that is such as an artist. There's so many artists that have all this art. It's like, I just wish I just need an outlet for people to hear and to see and and we have that opportunity. We're going everywhere, and as an artist, that there's nothing almost more fulfilling than to be able to share with people. So that is that's.
I'll say one of the cons to would be certain places that you go in now. Like let's say you were in Beijing.
Actually, may I pause for a second? So, yeah. Let's see.
Hey.
Yeah, but you can go ahead.
So what I was saying, one of the cons of traveling is like we'll be in someplace like Beijing where none of your social media or Wi-Fi needs being met. So now you're out of touch with everything. You miss sports stuff. You're late. You're behind, or you just can't see it. Yeah, and that for people that really enjoy sports like most of us do, that can be like, kind of a downhill.
Yeah, I gotcha. But what's the longest time you guys like went out touring? Like, have you guys done 1 year straight? Or?
No. Now, probably the longest might have been like 9 weeks, I think.
No, we've done. We did 3 months once.
Really?
But then
we didn't see home for 3 months.
We didn't see. Wow. So what would happen though? Is that let's say we're out for a month or two. We'll come home for a week, and then we'd go out for another month.
Yeah.
So we would spend, we're spending a lot more time with each other than we are with our own families. So it's never a continuous year.
Yeah.
But out of the year, let's say we're home for 100 days.
Yeah.
So then it's like, wow, it's a lot of time away. So you miss a lot of important things in life. And that's just how it is.
Yeah.
There's 7 of us. Yeah. Okay. It's not like someone can say, "Oh, I want to be there for my daughter's birthday." Well, if everybody had to take off for their daughter's birthday, then we wouldn't.
There's a lot of gigs you couldn't do.
Yeah, especially like with you guys like having family and stuff like that. Is it difficult to like balance out your music life with the kind of the regular
Well, it's important that you have a supportive spouse because it's almost like being in the military where you're on deployment and you're gone for weeks or months at a time.
Yeah.
And having that support system at home is very, very paramount to making sure that everything works. Especially when you have, like I said, someone who supports and believes in what you're doing. It makes life so much easier as opposed to if you have somebody that's like, I hate what you do as a career, just so it does make for an easier situation.
And then it's challenging, and it's all going to depend on how in each household how they handle it, what works for them. So the balance, oftentimes with me when I come home, it's like, okay, I will now stay away from the social media or whatever and try to focus on family and not bring too much work home when I am there, especially if I'm only there like I got a week home, a week 2 home. I'll try not to have most of it dominated with, because it can easily be dominated with a lot of what you've been doing already. So you have sometimes to kind of be very mindful, but it's going to work.
Yeah, even with that though,
your household.
Even with that though, it is a challenge because again, the business still has to keep moving.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what we're doing, so it's really the fine line between completely detaching yourself from everything when you get home, and still making sure that things don't fall off.
Right.
Because in this industry, it's easy for you to just be like, I saw them the other day, but I haven't heard anything from them in 3 weeks, so. You kind of lose, you don't want to lose that relevance.
Years ago, when my children were really young, my thing was, okay, I'm home. This is my time to help out and do this and do that and get involved. And my wife would be like, just stay This is a well-oiled machine.
Disrupting
you're just kind of in the way. So it's like, sitting there, what am I supposed to do? What's my role? But but there's always things to do when you come home. There's something to be fixed or this car to be taken a look at. And that's after a while you start learning those things and knowing how not to get in the way.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting though. The fact that also you guys toured a lot, and which means that you guys also played venues like the Hollywood Bowl, and you guys are playing the Mint tonight, but especially being able to come across opportunities like even performing with Michael Bublé and stuff like that too. What was the biggest show you guys ever played that you remember?
Show
with the most people?
Most people, I would say,
9,500.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, we did the
100th running.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the first time they've ever done anything like that. They said, you know what? We want you guys. They built a stage for us that was on a truck.
Whoa.
That moved. Okay. They want everybody. This is before the race started. They said they want everybody to be able to hear us. Yeah. So we're going to go from one section of the as you know, it's a mile, or 2 mile track or whatever.
Yeah.
And we go from one place and keep performing. And it was how many? 400,000.
Yeah. And the guy who actually spearheaded bringing us in, they had this whole idea of a mobile stage. But then there was the logistics of figuring out, okay, if we have a band on here, how are we going to get power to them? How are we going to make sure that the drums don't fall off or the amps and all this other stuff doesn't fall off? And so the guy had this guy who had saw us. I think he saw us with Bublé or something,
Right.
and he said, "I know the perfect band.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about any instruments. You don't have to worry about any gear, anything crazy other than speakers." And they built this customized stage.
Wow.
And that was an awesome experience.
Yeah. So like Warren said, you're talking 400,000 people because it was the 100th running.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, normally the Indy 500 is a big deal anyway, but because it was the 100th running of it,
Right.
it was
Yeah.
even that big, even that much more of a thing.
Yeah. And I was just going to add, not even just to Matt, to that, because people say it's like, what's the biggest, or sometimes I was asking, did you mean like maybe even the most interesting, or maybe even the most important, or
it could be,
so there's so many different things, but I would say one of my most memorable performances, I guess that'll kind of stay with me, is we were in Verona, Italy, and we performed in a Coliseum. They turn it, it's a venue. This is like, I mean, where Romans and gladiators fought.
Real Coliseum.
Yeah.
Not a facsimile,
No.
but a real Coliseum where you're touching, and you're like, this is history. You're touching.
You're
performing
history.
inside history.
Yeah.
So that was,
that was amazing.
We've had so many, crazy places that we've performed, and really interesting places, and we've have been doing this for a while, so it's always nice to tell people that that was an interesting performance, and that was an interesting performance. So
yeah, no, definitely, man. Let's talk about you guys' new album, Both Sides Now. Correct? Yeah. Why did you guys go with that title?
Well, it was really a concept album, and it started off with the first song that we started working on was a song called Jerusalem. And a lot of people, unless you're from England, may have never heard of the song before, and actually I don't think any of us really knew of the song. It was one that we did with the Swingles, and it's actually spearheaded the approach to doing something more of on a classical nature. Yeah. But then it also morphed into something where it's classical and classics. Yeah. So you have songs like Pipes of Peace by Paul McCartney. You have Bridge Over Troubled Waters. First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, Joni Mitchell. Things like that.
And the title cut, Both Sides.
Yeah, and Both Sides Now.
Which was that's Joni. Yeah. So what's for us saying Both Sides Now is like almost saying like the other side of Naturally Seven. Yes, we're known for the VocalPlay things and kind of hip hop influence and all that. But we also, a lot of us grew up listening to Simon Garfunkel and Joni Mitchell. So those are things, as we were talking before, those are things that are kind of close to us. But a lot of people didn't, they'll hear us do a few songs like that in a live set. But for a recording, we're like, well, let's show the other side. So you can see both sides of it.
Yeah, and even I'm sorry, and even to add to that, it was that we spent a lot of time throughout our career, showcasing what we call the VocalPlay, which is the being in instruments and so on and so forth. Yeah. This album, we took a step back from that, or 2 or 3 steps back from that. Yeah. And we were just showcasing the voice, but as the voice. So just really a lot of lush harmonies, but not a lot of simulation of instruments or any of that stuff. I think we only did like maybe drums, maybe 1-2 songs period on the whole album. Yeah. And so it was get a chance to see the other side of Naturally Seven. Yeah.
Was it challenging at first, especially kind of approaching these classical songs or classics, you'd say?
Not something we even our project before that we started delving into because we were doing a lot of interludes that had like a lot of big harmonies, Baroque type, operatic, even if you will, types of things. So this project, we kind of continued kind of in that vein to a certain degree, and so it wasn't so much challenging in that respect. I mean, there's challenges in now doing songs, classics or classical pieces that people know, like in the last, like that other album, these are interludes and things that we created. But now we're doing songs that people know, and so there's challenges of doing them in a way that respects the song, respects that it is a classic, respects that it is maybe an iconic piece, but at the same time trying to bring something new to it and put our own fingerprints on it, if you will.
Yeah. I also watched the performance you guys did with the Swingles, Life on Mars with David Bowie.
Oh, right.
And that was a really cool approach because I love David Bowie, and especially kind of looking at you guys' like way of doing things. It's kind of like it's cool that musically you guys are also diverse. You know, even coming from a hip hop background. So like, I really appreciate the fact that
one other thing about the newer project, we talk about this from time to time as well. There's a couple original pieces on the project, and of course, you know, when you consider an album that's supposed to be primarily classics and classicals, how do you now put that on? How do you put two original songs on the project? And what we did was a song called "I Need Air," and what we did was we infused "Air" by Johann Sebastian Bach. And so we infuse that with original lyrics.
Oh, that's awesome.
In typical Naturally Seven style.
Right.
Yeah.
We did that on that particular. That's one of the two songs that we did. And that's basically kind of how we were able to still get a couple original songs on there and still put it on an album that's supposed to be primarily classics and classicals.
It's kind of, you know, using the kind of like the hip hop formula of taking a sample and creating a new song on top.
Exactly.
So we said, well, we can do that with Johann Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We can do that. And so
he won't mind.
I won't mind. Like,
that's a good clearance from Johann.
yeah, he's probably listening to it right now. Like, this is dope. Like, yeah. Actually, I want to get into about like how I discovered you guys too. Like when I was doing some research, and actually the first video that I saw was the Coldplay "Fix You" video. You know, which was like, you know, it was like a pretty emotional, like, you know, stuff. And like I just kind of wanted to ask, like, you know, how was the response that you guys got from like when you guys released it?
We got a great, you know, response from people. People have always wanted, you know, because we performed that song some years ago, and people always like, can we buy this? And we're like, you know what, let's go ahead and record it. And the response from everyone was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know why this keeps happening, but yeah, I mean, we could keep going because this is still podcast.
The response from, you know, when Coldplay responded and said, "Hey, we love what you've done to the song," and you know, that was always nice to get. You know, the originators, you know,
to get their stamp of approval.
Oh, we had told them that we were going to do one of their songs. We had a few years back. They came out to one of our shows in England, and we met them. You know, we hung out the next day. We hung out with them the whole day at their studio, and we were singing and playing, and so we just said, you know, one day we're going to do one of your songs. We just didn't, at the time, we didn't know what song it was going to be, and then, you know, we kept seeing them. We'll see them in Singapore, and they'll come to our shows in Hong Kong, and just a great friendship.
Oh, wow, okay.
Then we came with "Fix You." We're like, this song speaks to us, and we know it speaks to a lot of people. So
okay,
decided to do that one.
That's really cool that you guys got a stamp of approval from the Coldplay, huh?
Yeah. They were like, oh, we got to do something together. We got to do something together. So we had an opportunity to work with them at one of their shows, two shows.
Yeah, be able to open up
in the VocalPlay in Marina in Brooklyn. And in Connecticut, they asked us to come out there.
That's really cool, man. Sounds like you guys did so many things just over the years, you know, and it's really cool that you guys came on Urban Influencer and talked to us all about this, you know. So yeah, before we wrap up this interview, I want to ask, like, is there anything that you guys want to accomplish before the end of the year?
For the end of the year.
One of the biggest things is that it's interesting because we travel so much, and we've played so many places, and seen so many things. Yeah. The one place that we don't do as much work is here in the States. And one of the things that we really want to focus on, especially in 2018 and moving forward, is having home know who we are. Yeah. You know, I mean, because, you know, when a lot of people hear about us, you know, come and see our shows, or they find out about us, they're like, well, why haven't I heard about you? Yeah. You know, and it's interesting, the album prior to the Both Sides Now album is called Hidden in Plain Sight. And I think it's truly a testament of the story of Naturally Seven. You know, the group that has done a bunch of things that the group has done more things than most, and no one knows. A lot of people don't know.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
If you guys can just get on Ellen and
We've done that show.
we've done that. You can get on the Tonight Show. We've done that. You can get on this show or that show.
We've
Done that. But if you could play here, we play again.
Yeah.
So we, Hidden in Plain Sight was just really fitting, and that's kind of how we feel now. Is that we've done so many things. We've been around, and a lot of people. Like we did a Cheerios commercial a few years back.
On the Cheerios,
okay.
Yeah, and people are like, I saw that commercial, but then a lot of times they don't put the pieces together.
Yeah,
How's
don't
you
connect the
guys?
dots.
They don't connect the dots. So,
Okay.
so we want something that really connects. Everybody say it's the Naturally Seven. Those VocalPlay guys.
Yeah.
Nothing better than them.
Did you talk about your rebirth of Slick?
Yes.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
The shout out from the Diggables,
Yeah.
not bad, right?
Yeah. They actually got a chance to hear it, and Lady Bug was like, yes, stampable.
Yes.
Sample it now. Oh,
Yes.
nice. Sample it from Digable. There we go.
It's always good when the artist is like, I love what you did.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
it could go the
Easily could go the other way.
Like,
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
would you
Oh,
ruin
for the love of Holy
But because what we do is so unique, and we always try to put our own little spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the artist is like, it doesn't infringe upon what I've done already, but it's something different. It's just really good.
True. Yeah. Well, that's amazing, guys. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on to the Urban Influencer Radio, and to be able to speak with you guys about all your experiences is just so mind blowing. That good luck at the Mint tonight.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
having us, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
luck
you
with
so
you,
much.
man. Hope you could go tour Japan one day.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I love it.
We like the breeze flow straight out of our lips. Then they got moved by these hard rock broken kids. Us flow rush when the DJ's booming classics. You dig the crew on the fattest hip hop record.
He touches kinks and sinks to the sounds. She freaks the fattest just got on the ground. Our phone seems like it hit the Mary Jane. They flock the booms, man, boogie at the chain.
Who freaks the pips with the man of my percussion? Where you can hear go to up on up dimension. Why is it so fly? Cause hip hop is some drama. When butterfly rocket like a sweat bombers. One by the cut, we push it off the corner. I was the buzzing tire hip hop era. One switching back since they started saying Ollie. Cause fuck me bad from right beneath my hoodie. Bluebird styles like Miles's hits. Like 60s funky worms with waves and furs. Some chunky rhythms right down your block. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock.
And I'm cool like that, 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 I'm cool.
We beat the chocolate taps on my raps. She innovates at the sweetest cat naps. He at the funk club with the vibrate. Then baby crazy down, ask me I'm straight.
It can't kick a plan, then the crowd burns. Me, I be digging it with the bump first. Us will be freaking till dawn blink tonight. She gives a strange smile, so I say hi. Who understood? Him, her, the beat, and what I just flip a leg. How to consume. It's a hit when I lift it off the blanket. The kids who go spastic. Hip hop is a classic. Been playing shock, it don't matter. I'm better ask about how I sound.
Man, Cleopatra Jones.
And I'm chill like that, 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 I'm chill, I'm chill.
We get you free cause of Pepsi Fat Boss. Them bugs are jam that can miss the going off. She sweats the beats and acts because she puff it. Me, I got cool kids, seven that's a blessing.
Us, cause I was when I'm nickel as I jump. Him, that's my man, the Astro Boy Bell. They catch the fish from the Mr. Doodle Big. He rocks the D from the Brooklyn 9 Bigs.
The rebirth is the play like it's strong. The lyrics just
like loot when the stacks and roll. Used to find a bug in a box of flame. Now he boogies up your stage, plastic twists or braids.
And I'm peace like that, 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 I'm peace.
Check me out, man, I groove like that, I smooth like that, I jive like that, yeah, roll like that. I'm sick like that, I stack like that, I'm down like that, I'm black like that. I front like that, you fat like that, I'm in like that, cause I swing like that. We jazz like that, we freak like that, we zoom like that, we out.
Take it away.
That was a cover of Rebirth of Slick by Naturally 7. Next up, we'll move on to an interview with Justin Love.
All right, Justin, welcome to the Urban Influencer Radio. How's everything going?
Hello.
Pretty
It's
good?
going great, sir.
Awesome, man. Where are you right now?
Right now I'm in LA. I'm resting up a little bit for my session, but enjoying my time out here.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. No, I just want to say thanks for this opportunity of being able to talk to you. It's really awesome. What part of LA are you from?
I'm not from LA, but right now I'm in Burbank. I'm staying in Burbank right now. That's where I'm staying right now.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, in this show, we get into a little bit about artists' background, but I just wanted to know, when did you first start making music?
I started singing when I was 4. I mean, the passion and love that I had for that just led to me, being very curious as to how I needed to write a song or how to produce a beat. So then I ended up just writing and producing as well, and then eventually that branched off into me learning how to, record and mix my own records.
Okay, so you also know how to produce then. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love producing.
Nice. Yeah, did you grow up in a creative household? Like, did your family member also make music as well?
No, my mom sang. She's a great singer, but as far as like a creative household, I don't know about how creative my household is. I guess how dry where I grew up at was, that's what really made me so creative. There wasn't a lot of, there wasn't a lot of soul in there. So you had to create the good vibe, and that's what I did. And very few people knew how to do it around me.
Right. No, that's true. Because I also read that you do some like writing as well, and you co-wrote the song "Focus" by h.e.r, which I think is really cool because I'm a fan of her music as well. And how did you end up getting that opportunity?
Well, her and her team was actually at one of my shows, and I was walking in New York City randomly one day, and someone from her management team had shouted my name from a distance, and
yeah,
long story short, we had a conversation, and he told me that that she was upstairs, and that we can get to work right now. We were just very excited to work.
Okay.
So then, we ended up, linking up, working, setting up dates to, work, and me and her are just the powerhouse at writing records. You know what I'm saying? We wrote about 2 or 3 records in about one session.
Right.
And Focus was just one of the ones that she ended up putting on the project.
Yeah, and that ended up becoming a pretty big hit, huh?
Yeah, I'm definitely super blessed.
Yeah, ever since you've done writing for her, have you done writing for other artists as well?
I've always wrote for artists. Not anyone in like a main light, you know. But you know, anybody up and coming, I always love to, you know, help them out. You know, help them learn how to write their own songs. You know what I'm saying? I like helping people learn how to do things because I didn't have that for myself. You know.
Right. Yeah.
So as far as writing for other people, like as far as other artists, big artists and celebrities and whatnot, no, not right now. When the opportunity comes and the shoe fits, I'll definitely slide my foot right up in it. But right now, all I really write for is up and coming artists, and I help them arrange their records and whatnot. I find a passion in that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because I feel like writing and working with other artists helps you develop yourself even more. So.
Yep, exactly.
No, it's really cool. Let's talk about a little bit about your music then. Let's talk about one of your new songs, "Models," which is a banger, by the way. And
thank you, bro.
Yeah. How did you come up with that track?
I was actually in Cali. I was on set for one of my music videos, and my friend comes up to me and he's like, "Yo, bro, like, you know, pretty soon this is gonna be our lifestyle. You know, we're only gonna be fucking with models." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, like I can't wait." And then he's like, "Yeah, bro, like you need to write a song about it. You write a song about everything. This is something you need to write a song about. Who wouldn't want to be around a whole bunch of model bitches? You know what I'm saying? Like, what guy wouldn't want to be running shit with a group of girls, like?" And yeah, that's what we did. You know, that's what I ended up writing. I really just wrote it for him, and then everyone ended up liking it. So
yeah, that's really cool. Did you produce the beats on that one too?
Nah, shout out to DJ Reckless. DJ Reckless produced that beat.
Okay, gotcha. And also, you have a new video dropping pretty soon, which is Bed Springs.
Yeah, Bed Springs video. We shot that out in LA. That's gonna be a super dope video.
Yeah. That's really cool. By the time this interview comes out, I'm pretty sure the video should be out too, so I could share the link with everybody for that video as well. But would you call yourself a visual person too? Because I could see that by watching your music video, it feels like it really goes well with the music. So do you take part in directing?
I will eventually, you know, but I definitely do like to pitch my ideas and whatnot. Until I establish myself as an artist more, I won't even step into that scene and trying to create my own visual. I pitch it to my director, whoever's shooting the video, and then they pitch me back their idea, and then we just work it how we got to work it for now. But visually, I can't wait till I have complete creative control of my visuals, and I have time to, you know, focus and sit down and create them the way I see them in my head.
Yeah. No, I could definitely see that. So yeah, so it's pretty exciting. Then you got a new music video coming out, and some more. I'm pretty sure you're currently working on more new music as well. But are you planning on playing shows around LA area or possibly going on tour?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on tour. I'm gonna end up going on tour. I'm doing a three city tour. 3 different states actually.
Oh wow.
with major states, it's gonna be real dope. You know, Jersey, New York, Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken, or even, you know, we could put, you know, h.e.r. and LA in that roster. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, definitely.
That's something it's still in the works right now, but we're working on a tour right now for the summer.
Yeah, I could see like I haven't been to a Justin Love show yet, but I'd love to go see your show one day. But do you tend to have like live bands, or is it usually like with like a beats in the background, or?
Yeah, if you come to one of my shows back home, you'll definitely see me with a band. If I have to travel, depending on what budget I get, then you definitely see me with a band. But the band is my thing for sure. I love performing with a band.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah. But no, that's really cool. That I see that like you already have like a vision coming. But is there anything that you personally want to accomplish by the end of the year? I know it's a little bit ahead of time and a bit of planning, but
yeah, I definitely want to do some dope collaborations with other artists that are of caliber. Like, I'd love to get a record done with a Nicki Minaj or a Beyonce, you know.
Oh, okay.
A Justin Bieber or a Chance the Rapper, Ty Dolla $ign or Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. I could see those collaboration coming in. But also I was wondering, I just wanted to ask you about like the state of like music industry today. But do you feel like as a new artist, do you feel like it's really hard to like to come up or like to get the what do you call the attention based on like because of like so many music is being like submitted into the internet?
The only thing that makes it hard is how real of a person you are. The realer you are, I feel, and this is just my opinion, the realer you are, the less you have to do for attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, damn, I lost my train of thought. I said the realer you are. Ask me that question again.
Oh no, I was just saying like just since there's so many like music submitted into like to just like the internet, like do you feel like
it's hard making it? It's hard making it.
Yeah,
it's definitely hard making it. Like just coming up, like, and all you're promoting is music. It's hard. You gotta do a lot yourself, and you need to figure out a lot on your own before you put that trust into someone else's hands, and they mess that all up.
Yeah.
You want to have complete control of your career. You want to be able to leave as you please and come in as you want.
Yeah.
Don't trap yourself. Like
no, definitely. I could definitely like see that. But I just want to say, Justin, it was a really short interview, but thank you so much for coming on. And we will play one of your track Models and hopefully Bed Springs. Yeah, we'll play like Bed Springs like when it comes around. But I just want to say, Justin, thank you so much for sharing your impact with all of us, and hopefully we get to see your show soon.
No doubt, bro. God bless.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Hold up. For a minute, we've been sipping on Patron and I'm two-faced. She like I'm a son, so she ride with a bad man. The way I gotta look around, so amazed. I be in the pussy like for days. The girl is my thing. While I'm in it, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay. Ooh, for a minute, we've been sipping on Patron and I'm two-faced. Like I'm a son, so she ride with a bad man. The way I gotta look around, so amazed. I be in pussy like for days. The girl is my thing. While I'm in it, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay. Ooh, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay. Ooh, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay. Couple drinks on the table. Think I need another bottle. We alone at the table, sip until we hit the wobble. Girl, we out to the hotel, and I know you got a man, it's alright. So I hope that you won't tell, cause I want you more than only one night. Ooh, for a minute we've been sipping on Patron and a two-faced. She like I'm a son, so she ride with a bad man. The way I gotta look around, so amazed. I be in pussy like for days. The girl is my thing. While I'm in it, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay. Ooh, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay. Ooh, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay. Ooh, mama, love how you shake it. Girl, I'm addicted to the way you shake it. I want your body, touch you while you're naked, and pull you on top while I look at your faces from under. Down, girl, put it down, girl. Swirl up, then turn around, girl. Louder, scream it louder. Beat it up for a couple hours. Ooh, for a minute we've been sipping on Patron and a two-faced. She like I'm a son, so she ride with a bad man. The way I gotta look around, so amazed. I be in pussy like for days. The girl is my thing. While I'm in it, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay. My thing. Ooh, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay. Ooh, we can loosen Bed Springs, okay.
That was Bed Springs by Justin Love. Thank you very much for listening, and don't forget to follow us on our social media. We'll end it with You Love That by Jay Stevens. See you later. Bye.
Why do you think of me? Why do you think of me? I don't even think of myself. Walking a fragile line, I do it all the time. You talk me down from every ledge. I teeter and totter and tiptoe a lot around you. Now I'm stuck in your head. Oh, you should know better, boy. I treat you like a toy. I know you don't deserve this, but I don't make no promises. They ruin all the fun. I love you till I leave you, just another hit and run. And at the end of every day, you still say I'm the one. 'Cause you love it, I know you love that. By now, everyone is well aware of me. You think you can take care of me, but boy, you should be fucking scared of me. And you love that, I know you love that. By now, everyone is feeling sad for you, 'cause I ain't nothing but bad for you. I can't explain the shit I put you through. And you love that, I know you love that. You can't save everyone, you can't save anyone. What makes you think you could save me? I know I'm a lost cause, I'm not the only one. Look around, we're both in waist deep. I'm taking my emotions out on everybody else, taking up your time until I swear there's nothing left. No regard for any fucking body but myself. And you love it, I know you love that, but I don't make no promises. They ruin all the fun. I love you till I leave you, just another hit and run. And at the end of every day, you still say I'm the one. 'Cause you love it, I know you love that. By now, everyone is well aware of me. You think you can take care of me, but boy, you should be fucking scared of me. And you love that, I know you love that. By now, everyone is feeling sad for you, 'cause I ain't nothing but bad for you. I can't explain the shit I put you through. And you love that, I know you love that. I've always had a thing for a masochist who loves a problem that he'll never fix. I'm the only ass that you'll ever kiss.